Yeah, there are three questions. First question, I will see first question. How many meter make 2 kilometer? Okay. How many meter make 2 kilometer? What is the meaning of that sentence? That means this 2 kilometer is equal to how many meters? It's like so answer for the first question. I will write 1. The first question, answer for this. Okay. What first I will tell you what is the meaning of this. How many meter make 2 kilometer means 2 kilometer. 2 kilometer is equal to how many meter? Question mark. How many meters? Or I can write dash meter. Dash. Okay. 2 kilometer is equal to how many meters? Dash meters. Okay. Here you have to write a number. So this is equal to watt meter. You got it? So that's the meaning of that. Okay. See the unit kilometer and meter you see. See, remember kilometer is bigger unit, greater unit. This is smaller unit, meter. When compared to this kilometer. When compared to kilometer, this is the smaller unit. This is the greater unit, larger unit. So it's like we are converting greater unit to smaller unit. Okay. Now you remember when you want to convert greater unit to smaller unit, we need to multiply. We should multiply by something. Now, when I say something, that something means that's a number. That is different for in different cases, different problems. But you see here, in this case, the first case, this you see kilometer. Kilometer is there. So remember, so first you should know this. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Okay, 1000 meters. This is very important. This you should remember. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Okay. Now I already said, to convert greater unit kilometer to the smaller unit, we should multiply by something. So what is that something? That something is this 1000 meter. That means, so whatever the number they have given 2, you should multiply by this 2 by this 1000, because when 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters, so 2 kilometer is equal to this 2 into this 1000. Okay, see, multiplying. So this is greater unit, this is smaller unit. I already said, to convert from greater unit to smaller unit, we should multiply. Multiply means into should multiply by something. Something here is 1000. This 1000. Why? Because 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. So this 2 is going to be multiplied by 1000. So 2 into 1000. So that is equal to. So when you multiply this 2 into 1000, what you will get? 2000. Okay. So 2 into 1000 is 2000. 2000. And we are converting kilometer to meter. Okay, so this meters you have to write here. Thousand meters. Now what is the answer? 2 kilometer is equal to 2000 meters. So this is the answer. 2000 meter is the answer for the first question. This question. So this is done. This is done. Okay. Next, I will move on to the second question. Okay. So I will just erase this part. See, any previous content, if you want to see, just move the video backward. So I am going to explain you this second question. So second question says, how many centimeter make 4 meter? So what is the meaning of this? Meaning of this is, this 4 meter is equal to dash this centimeter. Okay, in place of centimeter I will write cm. Cm means centimeter. So this is full form. Short form of this centimeter is cm, centimeter. Okay, so meaning of this question is 4 meter is equal to dash centimeter. I mean dash centimeter means how many centimeter. Okay, so I already said this meter, m means meter. Meter is bigger unit, greater unit. Centimeter is smaller unit. Okay, so once again, when compared with this meter, centimeter is the smaller unit. Okay, so I already said to convert bigger unit, okay, to smaller unit. In the previous example, what I said, to convert bigger unit to smaller unit, we should multiply by something. What is that something? In the first problem, something is different, but here that something is different. What is that? To find out, so we are converting meter to centimeter, right? So first take this meter. First you have to write 1 meter. 1 meter. 1, this meter is equal to how many centimeter? 1 meter is equal to how many centimeter? 100 centimeter. Okay. So this you have to remember. That's all. That is the only way. Memorization. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. This you have to remember. Okay. Now we want 4 meter is equal to what? So write it here. So 4 meter is equal to what? So I already said, to multiply this bigger into smaller unit, we should multiply this number 4 into means multiply. So 4 into, we should multiply, I said multiply by something. Here something is what? 100. In previous case that is 1000. Here 100. Because when 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, so 4 meter is equal to this 4 into this 100. Now write the answer. So 4 into 100, 400. Okay, 400 this centimeter, because you are multiplying this 100 now, so this centimeter you write here. Now what does it mean? 4 meter is equal to 400 centimeter. So 400 centimeter is the answer for the second question. for the second question. Now see this question done. This is solved. Okay. Next I will go to third question. If you want to see previous content, just move the video backward. Okay. So I will move to this third question. Third question. What this third question saying? How many millimeter make 12 centimeter? Okay. So what is the meaning of this? Meaning of this is, take this. So 12 centimeter is equal to dash millimeter. Millimeter. So in place of millimeter I will write mm. Okay. Mm means what? This m millimeter. This m means milli. This m means meter. So short form of millimeter is mm. This and this both are same. Okay. So 12 centimeter is equal to dash mm. I mean 12 centimeter is equal to how many millimeter? That is the meaning of the third question. This third question. Okay. Next. See, cm is the, centimeter is the greater unit when compared with this millimeter, mm. So millimeter is the smaller unit when compared with the centimeter. I already said in the previous cases, we are converting greater unit to smaller unit. To convert greater unit to smaller unit, we should multiply by something. So how to find that something? For that, take this greater unit, centimeter. So you have to remove, you have to write 1 centimeter is equal to, 1 centimeter is equal to how many millimeter? It is 10 mm. Okay, 10 millimeter. See this you have to remember. There is no other way. There is no any calculations like that. You just need to memorize this. You just need to remember this formula. This, like 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm. That's what. Okay. Next, we want 12 centimeter is equal to how much? So write it here. 12 centimeter is equal to, okay, I said to convert greater unit to smaller unit, we should multiply. We should multiply by something. When I say multiply, you put into. Multiply means into. Now here what you have to write. We want 12 centimeter is equal to what? This 12 you write it here. Here what you have to write? Since 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm, we want 12 centimeter equals how much? So this 12 into this 10. This 10 you have to write it here. Now multiply. 12 into 10. Okay. 12 tens are 120. 120. Okay. This 10 you have taken here, and this mm you have to write it here. Here. M. Okay. Now what does it mean? 12 centimeter is equal to 120 millimeter mm. Okay. 12 centimeter is equal to 120 mm. Mm means millimeter. Now this is the answer. Okay. This is the answer. So 120 mm millimeter, put tick mark. So 120 mm is the answer for the third question, for this question. That's all. I hope you understood this very nicely. I believe it. Uh, Anything if you want to say related to my teaching and this concept, you can please mention in the comment. Okay, I will follow that comments definitely. Thank you. Click on subscribe.